Welcome to Map Adventures. So আজি আমি 2022 continuity and differentiability part of question discuss কৰিব লৈছো. Now this is the last year 2022 and final question paper of continuity and differentiability. So yare ami part 1 discuss কৰিব লৈছো. Okay, so let us begin with the first question. Differentiate sin x with respect to e to the power x. Now যদি তোমালোকে last video that is of the year 2022 এতিয়ালৈকে দেখা নাই দেন তাত হেতু চাই লবা because exactly same question তাতো আহিছিল তাৰ আমাক দিয়া আছিল differentiate x cube with respect to x square. Okay, so বেলেগ বেলেগ ধৰণৰ ফাংশন অফ differentiate কৰিব দিছে. So exactly same way আমি differentiate কৰিম. So ইয়াত আগৰটো নিচিনাই let us take u to the power ux as sin x and say vx equals to e to the power x. Okay, so we are supposed to find that is our du by dv. Okay, now as we remember that it is a parametric function, we will find du by dx first. So du by dx is what? Cos x. And also we will find dv by dx. What is dv by dx? It is e to the power x. Okay, so we know that the formula of parametric functions jodi hoy du by dv bichar karone we will get du by dx divided by dv by dx, which is equals to cos x by e to the power x, and it is your final result. Okay, now let us move on to the next question. So the next question is fill in the blanks for this limit x tends to 0 minus 1 by x. Here limiting value kiman. Now before going to the answer, let us draw its graph, analyze its graph. Now 1 by x, its graph lies in the first quadrant as well as in the third quadrant. So here graph first quadrant and third quadrant of found. And remember, its graph does not, its curve does not touches the axis, either one of x axis or y axis touch ketio nokore. Alright, so first you do a graph or analysis ami pao. Alright, so etia ami jodi sao ya ki hoy ase amak dia ase limit x tends to 0 minus, that is we are going towards 0 from the left. So x axis or to be bibhinno point low you are going towards origin, that is x equals to 0, where x is equals to 0 at the origin. Now in that moment graph of jodi tumi mon kora the function 1 by x, your behavior so as you will move towards origin it will start going downwards and more downwards. So tar mane ami yar pora ki kobo paru the graph is trying to go towards negative y axis, towards below ekdom tolole jabo de. Okay, so that means what? That means actually we are unable to say where it will stop. Kod rokhibo ami najano, it go as continuously goi thakib. That means you are going towards minus infinity. Similarly jodi right hand limit amak dile hoy, jodi exam dile hoy limit x tends to 0 plus 1 by x, that means we are moving towards 0, that is origin, from the right hand side. Then observe the graph, observe the pattern of the graph. It will go upwards. Jiman tumi original source jaba, it will go upwards. So kot rokhibo ami najano. So that means your result hobo plus infinity. Okay, alright, so now let us see keneke ami to analyze to kora hol graph. Let us see ami keneke ya likhim. So ami at substitution or help law. Let x equals to 0 minus h, where h is a positive quantity. আমি আগতো বহুত বার ডিসকাস কৰিছো কন্টিনিউটি কৰাৰ টাইমত কি হয় সাবস্টিটিউশন. Okay, so as x tends to 0 minus, যেতিয়া x 0 minus হলে যাব h যাব বলে 0 লে, therefore আমাক দিয়া লিমিট যি আমাক লিমিট দিয়া আছিল. Now in place of x tends to 0 minus we will write h tends to 0. So x tends to 0 minus or height h tends to 0, and in place of x 1 by x or height we will write 0 minus h. That means the limit h tends to 0, you will get how much? 1 by minus h. Now it will ami jodi h or height, if we make h very small number, hoyna nohoy, if you make h very small number, so teneke jodi eta bahut horu number ami jodi bonai goi asu ya, then what will happen? The result will be a very large number, and negative jodi hoy ase negatively at a large number ami pai. Okay, so that means we are going towards minus infinity. So here you can stop and write the result is minus infinity. So simple. So by analyzing the graph aram se ami kobo paru your result ki hobo. All right, next question is our question number 5 of 2022. So as a student I khub demand kori asile question number 5 from the beginning jetia par ami video launch korisu our map adventures. So for him I am actually dedicating this video for him because bahut bar repeatedly yar amar pora bisari asil. All right, so let us see ki dia ase. Find the value of k. K is a constant, we have to find the value of k so that the function fx, yak ami likhi pai asu, what is our fx, is continuous at x equals to 0. So what value of k? The function is continuous at x equals to 0. Now ami janu a function, this function will be continuous at x equals to 0. It will be continuous at x equals to 0 only if jodi the left hand limit, the right hand limit and the value of the function at 0 are equal. So let us etia ami eta kaam koru, eta ke left hand limit, right hand limit, value of the function determine koru. Okay, now so given ami ago likhilo jeneke ami protibar likhi asu. So this is our function. Now observe that here jodi ami eta number line or here define koribo bisaru, then we have a point here 0. On the left hand side you will have fx equals to sine 100x by 99. On the right hand side you will again have sine 100x by 99 because x not equals to 0 your interval that is both negative and positive, and at x equals to 0 if you take 0 you are going to get k. So as both sides have the same expression, that is 0 left hand side or 0 right hand side or ekada expression ase, so at x equals to 0 let us take a single limit x tends to 0 because to left side di aha or right side di aha you are going to get the same function. So limit x tends to 0 f of x. So yar maan ki hobo, so limit x tends to 0 f of x means what? Sine 100x by 99. Now what will be its value? What will be its value? Its value is 0. Directly তুমি কব পারছো। Now ইয়াত কথাটো হল 0 আমি কেনেকে গম পালো, বহুতে কিবা কিবি চিন্তা কৰি থাকে। Now the simple logic of limit is that whenever we take limit, say limit x tends to any number, so আমি এটা real number ধৰি আছো a, so the limiting value will be exist, this limit will exist, তাৰমানে ইয়াৰ value তুমি accept কৰিব পাৰা if they are not any of the indeterminate form. Total 7টা indeterminate form আছে, but boardৰ কাৰণে আমি just 3টা যদি consider কৰো sufficient. So যদি এই value অহা না, then there is no problem in accepting the value. So 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, infinity minus infinity যদি নাহে, then there is no problem in accepting the value. Alright, so now তার মানে আমি ইয়াত যদি চাও, if we give the value 0 to x variable, x or ঠাইত যদি তুমি 0 put কৰি দিয়া কি হ'ব, you are going to get sine 0 by 99. Now what is sine 0 by 99? It is 0. So there is no problem in accepting the value 0. Okay, ইয়াত আমি যদি ডাইরেক্টলি চাও আমি ইয়াৰ value 0 পাম, so 0 যদি আমি দি দিও sin ৰ value 0 হ'ব, as simple as that. Okay, and এতিয়া আমি functional value গুছি যাও f of 0. So what is f of 0? It is directly given as k. So এতিয়া আমি ক'ব পাৰো the function will be continuous at x equals to 0. Function 0 point dot continuous hobo jodie if limit x tends to 0 f of x is actually equals to f of 0. So these two value has to be equal. Now your value to be given plus 0 and this is how much k. That means our required value is 0. So we finally kobo paru thus the required value of k is 0. So simple question asil eta. Okay, but I hope ekhini concept ni clear hol that when you should accept limiting value and when you cannot accept a limiting value. Okay, so here amar kono problem na nohobo jodi ami accept kori lo because it is simple 0 by 99 0. Okay, so azir video ami iman loke end kori asu. So ami second part ora log pam with some other questions of 2022. Till then ভালকে রিভাইজ করা, প্র্যাকটিস করা, because without practice only question paper কৰিলেও তুমি তোমালোকে সাকসেস নোপোৱা. জাস্ট ইয়াতো আমি কেইটামান কুৱেশ্যনে ডিসকাস কৰিব পাৰিছো, but there are much more. You have to complete NCERT, go through it, okay, concept gather কৰা, then only তুমি ইয়াত question paper solve কৰি analyze কৰি তোমাৰ লাভ হ'ব. Okay, so by this let me end the video. Thank you.